September is Hunger Action Month, and Crown 4 News and our parent company, Nexstar Broadcasting, are teaming up with Feeding America, the nation's largest domestic hunger relief organization.
And here in the Bay Area, there are many organizations trying to end food insecurity, which has spiked dramatically, of course, during the pandemic. Our Crown 4's Maureen Kelly has more.
We decided to go because I lost my job.
San Jose resident Susan Castellanos says she found herself out of work when the Bay Area shut down back in 2020. The 34-year-old lives with her 13-year-old daughter, 6-year-old son, as well as her mother and stepfather. Her stepfather was able to keep his job working for a landscaping company, but his paycheck could not stretch far enough for all of them in high-priced Silicon Valley. The family struggled for several months before her mom found out via social media about Second Harvest of Silicon Valley Food Bank.
Having that food in our house, it was amazing. Just by seeing my kids' faces, it was full of joy, like, wow.
After being unemployed for about a year, Susan now has a new job as an administrative assistant. She says their bi-monthly trips to get groceries from the food bank help them through a very tough time.
You can think on everything, maybe not paying or not getting, but food, it's important. And mostly if you have kids at home, it's like something that you really need to care about and bring it home, because the kids doesn't know if you have money or not.
Susan is just one example of so many folks who found themselves out of work, who were suddenly struggling to be able to pay their rent, pay their bills, and still afford food. And so we have had to literally double the amount of food we're providing. We're still serving on average close to 500,000 people every single month.
Relying primarily on donations and an army of volunteers, Second Harvest works with 300 nonprofit partners, giving away food at 900 distribution sites throughout Santa Clara and San Mateo counties. While the need for food has spiked dramatically during the pandemic, the food bank CEO does not expect this demand to lessen, even as the economy begins to sputter back to life now that the shutdown is over.
Because for so many of our clients, after being out of work for many months, they are behind on their rent. They are behind on their bills. Most of them had to wipe out their savings entirely. We did a recent survey of our clients that showed 57% of people had less than $100 in savings. So if you could just imagine how hard it is to come back from that kind of economic setback.
Those at Second Harvest of Silicon Valley believe they will need to provide this same level of assistance for the foreseeable future. Maureen Kelly, Crown 4 News.